I'm putting this video down for myself as much as for anybody else. Perspective is very, very important. I've always had ideas about the low-class white male drag and other ideas about feminism, atheism, God, blah, 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 that even though I say I didn't know how I found myself in this corner of YouTube, it's really like these ideas have been circling around in my head for years. So, of course, I was going to end up here at some point in my life because I've needed to put these ideas down like on the record for a long time, especially the more positive ones, but it's just the white male drag stuff came out first. This little corner of YouTube has the biggest contingent, as a matter of fact, I think it's the only contingent of low-class white male draggery in the world. It's its own separate little entity. And you have to be careful not to become one of them. Like, as I'm like pushing them back and making sure they don't leak into regular society and making fun of them and putting them down and throwing them out and cutting up their ideas and making them look stupid and all. You have to remember that most of the world is not like this. I was at Starbucks and I was looking up directions to go to this place I didn't know how to get to. And I didn't have a writing utensil. So I walk over to the table next to me with a couple of white girls. And I ask, can I borrow a pen? And both of them just light up and say, sure. And one of them opens a bag and gives me my choice of pens. Now, if you spend all day on the internet, on YouTube, you'd think this kind of normal interaction wasn't possible. Do you know that I actually have been second guessing a particular action that I took? Not my next door neighbor, but the neighbor next to him is this really old white guy. And his garbage can, like the green garbage cans, was full. He was taking it out to the front and he knocked it over. Now, this is an old guy. So he was bending over like he couldn't even hardly bend down to pick up the handle. So I walk over to pick up the handle. Actually, I run over because he was in the street, and there were cars coming. And he's half deaf. He can't hear anything. So I was just like, I had to stop the car and get over there, pull the trash can up, and then kind of warn him, like, there's a car over there. Do you know I've been second-guessing that action? You know, it happened like months ago. But you know I've been second-guessing that action because of the interaction with Dregs that I've been having. And all these videos, these polarized videos, these magnetized videos that I've been watching on YouTube. Now, it might be just me. But I'm putting this out to make sure that if it's you, if you've ever had this kind of reaction, just check yourself to make sure that you don't become what you're looking at. Because this stuff starts out as entertainment. And it can end up messing up your perspective on the actual world. These dregs, this negativity is a very small part, infinitesimally small part of the real world. These people occupy no space in the world. So even if you get something done to you, it's not like it can spread anywhere. These people do not have that kind of reach. You just have to remember that this is fun. You're pushing them back to make sure that they lose a little bit of political power or whatever that they do have, and to make sure that the few who leak through, like Paul Elam or Sargon of Akkad, this is all they get. You might make it on 2020 once in a while, but you are never going to make it so much that you're actually taken seriously there. Like, you know, Paul Elam's made it on 2020, but he's still considered a joke. No politician is going to consider him serious. Or, you know, Sargon of Akkad is getting on TV. Steven Crowder, you know, running in places in his underwear. Are you kidding? Come on. Nobody's taking these guys seriously. Keep perspective. The overwhelming majority of people are just good folks. And the only real reason to put yourself in a place like this is to motivate yourself to make sure that you don't equate being good with being apathetic. Because there's a reason why there's a small contingent of loser dregs with no hope and no life in this corner of YouTube, and it seems like the same kind of personality in the upper echelons of power too. It's because the people in the upper echelons care a lot about staying where they are, and the people in the lower echelons, the dregs over here, care a lot about making sure that they don't look at themselves long enough to really admit where they are, because they'd commit suicide. So both of these groups have a real they make a concerted effort to stay deluded, to make sure that they stay in their world. And if they make you think that their world is the world, then you're gone, like you lost. All right. This is entertainment. You start out laughing, but make sure that it does not spill over into your real life. I'm going to give you, you know that staring at a computer screen is kind of like a low-level taser aimed at your head. Like, you get that, right? And if that doubles over with negativity, then you're going to get some kind of weird, perspective. I'm just saying, watch yourself. Make sure that you're moving forward, not backwards. All right, I'm out.